Yo, this is Real Talk E. Welcome to the Locker Room. We talk nothing but basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure you guys all saw the title. You know exactly what we will be talking about today, right? I know, but we're going to be talking about Zion Williamson. And there are multiple videos on this channel about Zion Williamson. And they weren't all, for good reasons. Some of them were not even basketball related. But this time, we are here to talk about basketball related topics with Zion Williamson. And the topic for today, ladies and gentlemen, is does Zion Williamson actually love the game of basketball and what it comes with? Huh? In my opinion, yes. There's no way this young man who's been playing basketball his whole entire life, right? I don't know how old he is now. I don't know if he's like 22, 23, 24 years old. But pretty much at least 20 years of his life he spent playing this sport. 20 years of his life he spent dribbling the ball. He spent dreaming of, winning a championship, of playing in the NBA. I don't think he's going to shut it down like this, bro. I don't think with all that, somebody who's doing all that is going to sit here and not love the game of basketball anymore. I don't think somebody's doing all that is not going to love what the game comes with. This is not like his first injury ever. I'm pretty sure he's had a couple of knick-knack injuries. This is just one of his biggest injuries so far. And hopefully one of the last, if not the last biggest injury he has. Because therapy is hard, bro. Physical therapy is not easy. Trying to get back on the court is not easy. Trying to get back to doing anything that involves physical therapy or, just the idea of lifting and getting to where you have to get to is not easy, bro. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes patience. There are times where you sit there and you think to yourself like, damn, like, would I ever be healthy again? Will I ever make it back on the court? Will I ever be there for my team? And yes, you will. Look at Jamal Murray, for example. He did it. He did it. And, we all know what happened after that. The rest is history. But Zion Williamson could do something similar, bro. He could come back. He could make a huge difference in the team's wins and losses. And I'm being so serious, bro. He really could. Look at his body. Look at how he's built. Look at his talent. Look at his athleticism. He could do it, bro. He just needs time on the court. And this right here is what he said to our boy Gilbert Arenas.
Zion!
He about to run up
Yeah.
on all of us.
Yeah!
My dog, what's up, man?
We just talking about you, King.
We're just talking about you Saturday. Hey, what's up, bro?
My man.
Yeah. You good?
You know he good. You know he good.
Shit, pull up a chair.
Right. Pull up a chair.
We were just talking about you, man. I'm trying to vouch for you, man. Like, hey, you got the discipline. You're going to go in there. You're going to change your body. But this nigga Gil just feels like, hey, the temptation is too strong. No, it's not. He going to come back stronger than ever.
Is it hard to diet at your age?
Sheesh.
Be honest.
Since it's you, I'll be real. There are times when I will say that, man, that shit hard. It's hard, man. Like, you 20, 22, got a lot of money. It feel like all the money in the world, man. It is hard, but I'm at that point now where because of certain things, I'm putting back, like, the wisdom around me, bunch of, like, I don't want to say older because they take offense to it. But, I'm just putting people around me with wisdom, put me on game to certain things, and just go from there, though.
Now, if you know me, you know I love my offensive guards. I know my guards that just gonna keep attacking. The Kobe's, the Allen Iversons, the Michael Jordans, the Devin Bookers, the DeMar DeRozans, even though he's not a guard. But I love these type of players. because they show heart. And Gilbert Arenas is definitely one of those guys, bro. And I don't know how this ended up happening. I don't know if this was planned, if this was not planned. But as you guys saw in the videos now, Williamson, walks in with his teammate. I believe that's his teammate at the moment. I know his name, but I'm just not going to say it because I don't want to butcher it. I think like Xavier something. Please forgive me. But yeah, they're sitting there, they're talking, they're chopping it up, and Gilbert Arenas tells him straight up, like, yo, we're being honest, all right? I'm going to ask you questions, you're going to have to answer them. I'm not playing. This is not a game. And Zion agrees. So he asked him the first question, I think it was, is it hard to diet? As you guys saw in the video, is it hard to diet? That was the first question he asked him. And Zion was honest. Yes, it is hard to diet, especially when you're young with all this money that feels like, all the money left in the world. Yes, it is hard to diet. This amount of money in your hands, this amount of power in your hands, you didn't have this a year ago. You didn't have this 2 years ago. You didn't have this when you was even before you went to college. You didn't have this. So now out of nowhere, you just see all this money coming in, and you see, all this power in your hands, and people telling you need to be the leader of this team. You need to do this. You need to do that. Everything is revolving power and leadership and, things of that nature. Of course, you are going to come out and dieting is going to be hard for you. It's not even a question. Of course it will. And I don't know where his vets are at to help him with that. But I also like what he said too, as you guys also saw in the video before. It takes discipline. The discipline to stop yourself from doing it. It's not about, enjoying the food. It's not about doing the things that you want to do. It's about doing the things you have to do. The things that you gotta do. And that's stopping yourself from these things. Stop yourself from eating that brownie, from eating that cookie, from ordering out things that you shouldn't be eating. Stop it. I'm serious, bro. We want Zion Williamson back on the court. I want to see him give us a 30-20 game. I want to see some crazy stats from him, bro. I want a whole season where he's healthy. I'm tired of this, bro. He's constantly injured. And thankfully, obviously, our guys at ESPN always have some crazy clip for us to talk about. So here's today's clip of the day.
Somebody around that organization that I have full confidence in for the man he is and for the player he was, okay? Him and I have been having conversations, and when I got told this, it was shocking. I think it's the biggest question going into the 23-24 season for me to watch with Zion Williamson.
Okay.
Zion Williamson loves basketball. I don't know if Zion Williamson loves the work to put into basketball to be the player that we think he can be. That's what was said to me.
And as you guys all hear, whoever it was, the little birdie that, came out here communicating and talking about Zion Williamson this way, you should be ashamed of yourself. No, seriously, you really should be ashamed of yourself. What do you mean he loves the game but is not in love with the process? Now, maybe the process is hard, maybe it's complicated, but to say he's not in love with the process is insane.
It just makes sense.
It's crazy. And why would you go around telling people that when you know the result that's gonna, come out of that? You know how people are gonna react about this. So why would you do that to him? You trying to sell a story for a little bit of money? What shows that he's not in love with the process? Why don't you come on and say that? Because, bro, like, Gilbert Arenas also had a point. Don't come back to prove that you're injured. Come back when you're actually healthy.
So you can see it because you say it, right? And there's some times where now you will see you warming up when like he ain't ready yet. It's just the hoop, and it's like I just want to play. The rehab, cool, that's cool, right? You know, you sitting there, oh yeah, no, I feel good. You sitting there, knees swollen, and you rubbing it at night, but you want to go out there and play because it's still about the passion what you grew up on. So I understand the frustration. I've watched, you know, Derrick Rose. And when it comes to injury, I tell people, man, do not come back to prove that you're hurt, right? That's what we do.
Sir.
We come back to show, yeah, you see me limping, right? You see me limping, I'm hurt. Like, nah, wait till you healthy. Once you're healthy, show everybody what you are, what you can do. And that's just the advice I can give you. Since I've watched myself, I've watched Derrick Rose, right? I'm watching Kawhi. Just when you are fully healthy, step on that court, then we can see.
Because as we can tell, these analysts, these whoever people they are talking about sports and media and, you know, athletes, they clearly have a game-by-game bias. They have a year-by-year bias. It's like they live their life in short-term memory. It's like they literally sit here and they're the ones shooting the ball on the court. They have to have short-term memory. If you miss a free throw, you stop thinking about it, you got to hit the next one. It's like they take that into their work. But it's not. You got to put the effort in. You got to go work. You got to do your job. Because to sit here and constantly say that this kid is, you know, not in love with the game, that he doesn't want to play sports, well, at least basketball, he's not this, he's not that, he got his bag from Jordan and now he doesn't want to play, is ridiculous. It's crazy. It's insane. It's blasphemous. How, bro? How did you come up with that conclusion? What was there for you to analyze and come up with that conclusion? There was nothing. Like common sense. These type of things need to stop. We need to stop just putting out things that we don't need to put out. We need to stop talking about things we don't need to talk about. We need to stop bringing things up to the media and to the world that are not even true or that we can't back up. How can that person even prove that Zion Williamson is not in love with the process? No athlete wants to sit there and watch their team struggle. Nobody.
And I just like hooping.
Yeah,
I'm just.
Is that the most frustrating part, that you can't just hoop?
Man, you gotta understand. I think you of all people would understand.
Yeah.
Man, I'm a hooper. So when I'm sitting on the sideline watching my teammates in certain games they lose, and I'm like, man, shit. I know if I was out there, I can change the outcome of it. So whether people want to believe it or not, when I'm on the sideline, man, that hurt me more than anything. I just want to hoop.
And you heard it out of his own mouth. Nobody. So why would you sit here and think that Zion wants to do this? And he's supposed to be the star of this team. It doesn't make sense, bro. But anyways, yeah, let me know. Chatting down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with Ian. It's time to leave the locker room. I'm going to catch ya. Safety, my hearts.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
The officials have to review it. And the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the three. To win it. Good.
That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection.
This is for the win. Got it. Wow.
At 7, working against Butler, got down.